Hello, it's your Uncle Spurt here, celebrating 190 glorious years of Oktoberfest here in the Weisn in Munich. That's right, 190 glorious years of Germans coming together in peace and harmony to get absolutely faced. You'll be perhaps unsurprised to hear that I'm already massively hungover before I've even started the day here. But hey, if you can't get a good bit of hair of the dog here, then where can you? But Oktoberfest isn't just a massive, wonderful piss-up, even though approximately 90% of my footage appears to strongly contradict that statement. It's actually, apparently, at least according to the official Oktoberfest website, the world's biggest folk festival. First came into being to celebrate the wedding of King Ludwig I back in the day. They had a bit of a knees-up that lasted several days, and apparently they decided they liked getting smashed over a multi-day extravaganza so much they just do it every bloody year. There's actually a bit of a walking tour going on here right behind me, so I might just linger at the back and surreptitiously pick up some more history facts for you education fans.
And also, apparently not a single drop of beer is allowed to be served in any of the halls here until the Munich mayor taps the first keg. Let's just hope he does a better job of it than this poor sod in a local brewery we visited.
And as well as lashings of beer, you can also enjoy plenty of hearty local cuisine, a variety of musical performances, and even loads of potentially ill-advised spinny funfair rides. Now this year's Oktoberfest kicked off on September... That's not a very good angle, is it? Hang on, that's better. Now this year's Oktoberfest kicked off on September the 20th, and it's running through to October the 5th, so unless I'm so horribly broken after today that I don't get around to editing this video for about a week or so, you should have plenty of time to get your arses down here to Munich and enjoy a bit of the folk festivities yourself. Otherwise, I guess there's always next year. Now, Oktoberfest opens at 10 AM every morning, so if you fancy a stein for breakfast, well, you're sorted, but even at that time you can expect some queues. God bless you, Germany. And in even better news, entry is absolutely free! So, more money for booze, hooray! Although, if you do want to check out the Oide Weisn, that's the old school bit of the festival, that will cost you €4, but more on all of that hot stuff later. And as always, kiddies, make sure you obey Uncle Spurt's first rule of drinking before you slam face first into those steins. And that is, of course, always pad the stomach. Now, of course, there are plenty of tasty treats right here at Oktoberfest, but to save a few quid, because I'm a northern skinflint, I have come prepared. Chocolate biscuits freshly liberated from my hotel room earlier today. This place here is advertising a half-metre bratwurst. That sounds like a challenge.
Oh, and top booze and tip number 2, it is worth noting that most halls are cash only for the food and drink, so make sure you bring some actual paper money with you. Now, thankfully, you will find ATMs scattered about all over the place if you do run dry, and steins generally cost around €15 a pop. Oh, and also don't bring a bag unless it's quite small, because larger bags have to be stashed in a locker, which will cost you a few euros and waste valuable drinking time.
Now, before you get here, you might want to download yourself the official map from the Oktoberfest website, because this place is bloody massive. I'm not even joking. I didn't realise quite how substantial it is. It's the size of several city blocks. Keeps on going forever, so if you want to hit up specific stuff, definitely check that out. But thankfully it is well laid out, and by that I mean there's toilets absolutely everywhere. It's great news if you have the bladder of an incontinent badger like myself. And basically everywhere you look, there is food and drink, especially the drink. It's absolutely... did I die and come to heaven? Honestly, it's like Disneyland, but for alcoholics. Actually, they already have a Disneyland for alcoholics. It's called Florida Disneyland. And Oktoberfest certainly is a massive folk festival. Over 6 million people flock here to get folked up every single year. I mean, this is a Tuesday morning. A Tuesday morning. I thought it would be dead in here right now, but it is absolutely bloody heaving. Let's go check out one of the beer halls, though, the main reason I came here. And of course, I've got to start with this big bugger right here. Bit of the Lowenbrau tent, purely because of the drunken lion sat proudly underneath the sign there. Apparently this furry pisshead is 4 meters tall and he roars Lowenbrau every minute, on the minute, the entire time. Oh, there he goes. Amazing. King of the jungle, more like king of the pissheads. I salute you! Tell you what, these guys are well and truly dedicated to their drinking, making me feel like a bit of an amateur, I've got to say. So I'm going to wander on and see if I can find some space elsewhere. This looks like a potential right here. Bit of the Pschorr Braurosl. I'll tell you what, if you think my pronunciation is piss poor right now, just wait till I've got a few steins in me. So I had some more luck in the Pschorr Braurosl tent. I actually managed to find a table because there's slightly more unreserved seating compared with some of the other tents. But of course, you spotted the back, got my first stein of the trip, so Pschorr. Cracking. And we got some musical accompaniment as well, which I'm going to try and talk around because it is rather loud once it kicks in. Now in each tent you will find there is a limited menu when it comes to the beer. Basically every tent focuses on one of the Munich beers, so here it's the Pschorr beer. And rather aptly it is of course the Oktoberfest beer that they are serving here. They also have a Radler if you fancy something a bit more refreshing, not quite as alcoholic. And as you can see, some basic soft drinks as well. A bit of table water will cost you €5.80. Ouch. So much for staying hydrated on this trip. There is also plenty of food on offer as well. So as you can see, you got a bit of Weisn, some Fleisch, Flansel, basically meat and potatoes. If you like sausage, basically, Oktoberfest is going to be right up your alley. So that was the most enjoyable first stein here at Pschorr Braurosl. Already asked somebody how to pronounce it. But now I'm going to stagger on, try and find a new tent to perch it. Oh Jesus, watch the horse. That's what my toilet bowl is going to look like tomorrow morning. So now we're wandering on to Schottenhamel-Spattenbrau, which is just across the road from the Pschorr place. This is actually the oldest tent here in Oktoberfest, apparently, founded in 1867, although back then it was just a small hut that could just seat 50 people in total. As you can see, it's been upgraded a bit since then. As you can see, it's been slightly yeah, if you want.
Thank you so much.
All right. As you can see, it's been slightly upgraded since then, but all the same, can't help but feel slightly humbled standing on this hallowed spot. Actually, I mostly just feel a bit bloated. A fun fact, apparently Einstein used to work here back in the day, but not pulling pints or anything. I think he used to fix the electrics whenever they were buggered or something. And here we are in the Paulaner tent. Of course, Paulaner, one of the more famous German beer brands. They've gone pretty much worldwide, I think, now. Stein of Paulaner, and a massive bloody pretzel. Have a good old time, at least you can. You actually managed to find any space anywhere in this tent. As you can see, it's already absolutely packed to the tits. So Tuesday mornings, popular time for drinking in Germany. And you know, something else that surprised me about Oktoberfest is it's basically also an enormous bloody fun fair. There's basically dozens of these bloody rides which are designed purely to spin you around at some horrific velocity. Now, considering that pretty much everyone here has indulged in litres and litres of beer as well as lashings of unprocessed meat, it's probably not a very good idea. Tell you what, I really shouldn't even be within 60 feet of this big bugger right behind me, because this entire area here is basically just an enormous splash zone. Oh, and they also allow pissed up punters to handle air guns, which seems like just as terrible an idea. Someone's definitely going to lose a testicle. In fact, there's this entire section of Oktoberfest which is basically quite family friendly. It's dedicated to all kinds of amusement rides, those little carnival games that are playing con, etc. Oh! That frog's gonna have an even worse head than me tomorrow. Christ, I've got absolutely no idea what this thing is over here, but it looks like a full-on Disney extravaganza.
After this one, the 6th, the Western was French Park,
No idea what the hell is going on there. If anyone actually speaks German, give us a clue down in the comments. One of the biggest tents here at Oktoberfest is this bad boy right here, known as the Crossbowman's tent. Schutzelt. Apparently the German crossbow shooting championships are held here every year, although that is in a section that's cordoned off from the general beer drinking masses, which is probably a good idea. Loving the fake dead animal head motif, very nice. And then at the other end of the park you got the Oide Weisn, which is the old part of it all, which basically has a couple more tents in it, and it looks like a museum. You actually have to pay to get into this bit, €4, and your uncle Spurt, being a complete skinflint, is saying bollocks to that.
And while you're at Oktoberfest, don't forget to stop by a merch stand where you can piss away valuable beer cash on fridge magnets, souvenir steins, or the seemingly obligatory chicken hats. Now, while I managed to find a free table inside most of the halls in the early afternoon, no problem at all, Oktoberfest did start to get absolutely rammed from about sort of 2-3 p.m. And if it's pissing down outside, well, everybody crams inside the halls because many of the outdoor areas aren't actually covered. So I'd absolutely recommend either reserving a table ahead of time, which you can do, or else get there nice and early, bag a table, and merrily drink your way through the entire day, which from the sheer amount of staggering and dropping of steins in the evening time seems to be quite a popular choice. And so that right there, my lovelies, in a delicious beery nutshell is Oktoberfest. Hope you enjoyed this vlog type situation, or at least didn't find it too pointless and awful. And if so, please do poke subscribe, ding that old notifications bell, all the usual YouTube bollocks.
To the rousing sounds of the umpire band, I say, have you an absolutely bloody marvellous weekend. Thanks for watching this show right to the bitter end. Cheers everybody, love you!